Hey, let me put this in the Discord. Bye, y'all. Pop this over here. Pop that into 4G. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna let some people get up in here if they decide to. Let me scroll on up. No. RTP, what up? What's going on, fam? Just waiting for some more people to slide on through. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Oh, mine. All right, I gave some people some time to get up in here. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome to CryptoPlunder Live, Toxic Thoughts, episode 70. We starting out with sevens in the new year. Well, it's not the new year, but you get what I'm saying. It's a new year on the business calendar, right? So we're starting a new quarter. We got to put that old ish to rest, all the stuff that we talked about in our last couple of videos. Dealing with the end of year, right? Fiscal year. And now we're back in business. We've got to get back on track. And even if, as I've been telling y'all, I believe that we are in a crypto winter, and I've got news that people are talking about the fact that the halving cycle is just, it's a wrap. My thing is that regardless of how the markets move, what we know is true is that there's ways to make revenue in any market. Somebody, like Great Depression, if you study the Great Depression, somebody was eating. A lot of money was made during the Great Depression. So the reason why we look at that, the reason why we think about that is because if there, as a business owner, if I'm sitting there and I'm putting on my annual reports, if I say, okay, well, here's some of my the issues we may have as a business this year and what I see as business conditions that may change or may affect our ability to earn. Well, if I have to do all these things in my annual reports, well, then I'm basing them off of what? I'm basing them off of market conditions. I'm basing them off of the conditions that my clients have. So client conditions within the market conditions. And I'm also looking at really the economy as a whole now to try to build my strategies based off of that. So regardless, this year, we have to look at what could potentially happen, find our ways to navigate into these entry points, and what's the best way to navigate into these entry points, even on the other side of the trades. What does that mean? Potentially looking at short positions in specific segments or specific markets, right? So let's get to it. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to show y'all some tricks that have been, some cheat codes, as MG calls it, that have been popping up But first, before we do that, please make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Be sure that you share this on whatever timelines you're on so that if you feel that people need this information or should get this information, they can get this information. It also helps with the algorithm. All right, and we're going to get back to where we were last episode, right? So the last episode, episode 69, our close of the year episode, 2021 wrap up, right? We talked about crypto winter wonderland. Fact is that I believe we are in the crypto winter segment of the market, and it's not a negative. It just means Bitcoin will be going down to levels where you can buy again, right? I told you where my accumulation zone was. We're gonna get into the charts in a minute, but I want to get through the things that we found since the last time we did a video. So first thing that popped up was Atlanta out here in Georgia is already looking at universal basic income. They are calling it a guaranteed income. And this is not, so if you're doing your searches and you're searching what's going on, and you're looking into if you want to get your Google AIs hitting this information, you're going to be looking for guaranteed income, basic guaranteed income, or BGI. You're going to then notice some things that start popping up, and I'm going to show you that right now. What's going to end up happening, and I haven't done this yet. Right, let's go to news. So this is what you can do. So I search guaranteed basic income and then put it in the news. And then you can also use tools. And if you want to sort it by what's been going on in the past week, past month, whatever you can do to kind of refine it. This is how I get my hunt on, right? So this is how I begin my strategies. As far as I see something, maybe it just like on my Google News or something like that, and it catches my attention, and then it starts bugging me, and that's been this, right? Guaranteed basic income. So if you start seeing this, I saw something. Here it is. It's time for Ottawa, this is Canada, to seriously study how a guaranteed basic income works. So you're starting to see this here in America. Guaranteed basic income here in Atlanta, which is what this article in the Discord is talking about here, is talking specifically towards Atlanta. 300 residents gonna get $500 a month. There's some states doing like $1,000. Now, again, what does this do? They're trying to pilot test new fiat systems. I believe this is the rollout of that. This could be a central bank dollar coin. Could be some Fed coin. Oh, that's another thing you got to put on your radar. If you're dealing with businesses this year, if you're in business this year, if you don't think you're in business, I'm going to tell you right now, you're in business. You have a social security number. That social security number, if you have a apartment and or a house, you can take one room of your house and you can write it off if you have a business. You can get a business with something as simple as an online account and then sell something online. So you are a business. As long as you got to pay taxes to Una Sanctum, the United States of America Corporation, all caps. As long as you got to pay an all caps company and you're in all caps on your social security card, you are a business. Anything in all caps are dead in the water, or corpses, or corporations, right? And that's what we're creating. We're creating entities when we create a business. That entity either has a social security number, that's every humanoid existence out here, or you have an EIN if you're a business. So basic income. Hold on one second. Georgia universal basic income. Oh, and Basic income. Okay, here we go. U.S. cities giving direct cash payments. Americans could get monthly universal basic income. $500 a month. Checks up to $1,446. So there's an initiative, not only in America, but also in Canada, potentially in Mexico and other regions that are going to start rolling out this pilot program. Was I looking for CBDC? Oh, FedCoin. That was what I had a window open for. FedCoin. That's another search term that showed up on my radar right before the new year. So I'm giving y'all stuff fresh. This is fresh. No subscription links, no freaking pay for some class or course. There's nothing for you to buy yet. The only thing we will be having is a $4.99 subscription to our alert system / plus plan, which is like where you can get news alerts and stock alerts and all that stuff of things that we're as far as to buy. But I want to give you this information. This information is important, right? That's why make sure you smash the like button, make sure you share the link with your social networks. Make sure people get this information because there is a Fed coin coming. So we have to understand what they did last year. There's a lot of wrap up that I did, but there's a lot of forward thinking. We got to think about what's transpired and changed. They are going digital. Right? We've seen that in our business world, the analog world. We've seen the circuit cities fall. We've seen the blockbusters fall to Netflix. We've seen big companies, corporations, television, analog television begin to go into the digital space and become these larger subset companies that are now streaming and getting subscriptions. Everybody's flipped from analog hard copies. Adobe went from selling DVDs of their software to you download it online. No more DVD. Soon we're going to be seeing more and more platforms going straight to the cloud. You're going to start noticing more virtualized desktop operating systems. So that's Windows. Windows is going to be big. And I'm going to keep an eye on whenever this crash happens, whenever we have a quote unquote correction. These are the things that we're looking at to say we're going, like Microsoft has an automation strategy that we believe will survive whatever reset happens because businesses will still need to automate. People will still be usurped by automation systems. That has not changed. When I worked at Canon USA, the camera company, back in 2000, I guess closer to 2011 or so, I was driving with a friend of mine. What's up, friend? And we were having discussions, and I said, this whole corporation structure of going to a job is the dumbest thing in the world. It's the hugest Ponzi scheme in the world. And he was like, what do you mean? Why are you saying that? And this was, again, 2012, 2013. And I said, the reason why I feel that way is what sense does it make for us to commute to computers? I have better broadband at my house than I get at my job. I had less system issues at my house than I had at my job. Because of the amount of meetings most people in corporations do, you never get anything done. Then you've got the people that just stop you to just have impromptu conversations with you. Then there's lunch. Then there's you don't do nothing about an hour before lunch, and an hour after you come back from lunch, you're basically not doing anything. There's the small breaks you have and little coffee breaks or smoke breaks you need throughout the day. A company is not as productive. And when I walked into the door, if I took a step back and did work for a independent company and I went back to corporate world, the one thing you're going to learn is if you do things on your own and you focus on your grind outside of a company and being an entrepreneur, being a freelancer, or whatever you want to call it.
79% of all murders in the United States are committed by acquaintances.
It was an accident.
Whoa.
Loved ones.
There are no accidents.
And friends.
Really? Hold on. We're not doing that. They hating. Anyway, like I was saying, they throw me off my thought. Oh, damn, they threw me right off my thought with that stupidness. Anyway, regardless, the transition from digital to analog has been going on. We've been watching that transition happen. And now everything physically, like as I was saying, when we were driving back and forth, what I kept noticing was it just didn't make sense the minute that I can do more work at my house than I could at my job. I was more productive at my house than I was at my job. I built software for the company that generated the millions of dollars in automation to generate our government contracts. And those contracts were like $100,000, $200,000 a pop. And we couldn't even do a bid to get the contract until we had a catalog. So my job was to create 10 to 15 catalogs, and they all had to get done by just me. That's how come I got the job at Canon, because I could fix that problem. What ended up happening after I left the business was that I ended up having 40 contracts and growing, and my system easily, like I could slack off and have my system like run. I had 2 computers running. Like I bought one computer to do the price books, and I was doing them, and then it got to get me a second computer because I was standing there and they were like, well, what are you doing? I'm going down to get some coffee. Well, you're not doing any work. Oh, yes, I am. My computer is held up. It's doing the catalog right now. It's going to be working for about an hour. So since it's working for an hour, I got to take a break and let it run. You can buy me a new computer. So they did that. They bought me a new computer. When they did that, they also wanted to increase my workload. So guess what I did? I put the robot on that computer, and then I had it working double time. Then they couldn't say nothing because I had 2 computers running and they weren't going to give me a third one. You see, I scaled up my productivity. That's what you have to look at, what's happening. What I did for that company, every other company is just figuring that crap out now. What I've been doing for businesses, this is an easy sell, y'all. Like, I do automation for companies. This is what I do. So when I'm telling you the things that I tell you in Cash Lane, or what I tell you in, if I'm telling you some crazy cybernetic-ish where I say 666, what you see in the Bible is a Unix configuration that you can see inside Unix. It's how you set permissions on a hardware system. And 6 is and the 6th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is W, and you got www, the World Wide Web. And then when you look at the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth, and it tells you that you're not going to be able to buy nor sell without the mark or money. That's what mark, like Dutch mark of the beast, the money of a machine, because it's 666. If they already labeled what 666 was going to be a machine, then there you go. So spooky stuff over. Now, what do you do with that information? So what, right? That's what I had to do after I figured that out when I was programming. I found 666 on a Unix machine. So this is why I work the way I work, is because years ago I saw that, and then I realized, oh shit, everything's going to go to machinery. Everything's going to be interconnected. Then I saw the Matrix. Oh, this is where you're heading towards. Then, of course, they did Ready Player One and all that other stuff, Truman Show, all that. They want people to understand they're going to virtualize your existence. If y'all really want to see what the jugs is, y'all should watch the movie What Dreams May Come. Robin Williams put people on a psychedelic trip with that one. They want it to be metaphysical. No, put it in cybernetic. What if you were lost inside a reality, inside your head, trapped in your own confines of what you consider to be a hell? What if that could be systematically controlled by a centralized system? That takes you to the matrix. If you take what dreams may come, pop it with the matrix, give yourself an oracle and an architect so you can have your diatribe or your duality of quote unquote good and evil, but everything's to keep you inside the system. Everything's to keep you compliant, which is kind of what we're dealing with is, of what happened to our nation circa 1492. If you deal with and want to throw out or want every freaking year to talk about Black Wall Street, I'm going to say over and over, shut your mouth unless you understand what that means. Don't be out here claiming you're Moors and you have no commerce. That's what Moors did, right? Let's not look at the story and then get all gasp and go back to on some back to Hotep ass nigga ish, right? Let's get serious, because at the end of the day, none of that matters because we still have no contracts to the land. No, MG puts it in perspective. Like, okay, here's all this information. And even all of y'all in the tribe, every single one of y'all that are in the 3 a.m. room, we put out all this information. What does that matter if we have no executable plan to be able to begin to build some type of generational commerce? And that's all we have to kind of figure out at this point. Generational commerce as they're breaking down the system. Let us not forget the system is breaking down. And MG makes a real good point in the last few of his videos he's been doing in the car. Y'all need to watch what MG, you talk about me long-winded, bro. You on 5 hours yesterday, bro. I had to get off. I had to get to work. But he understands. He's also releasing as well. Like, we all have to start emitting. There are things all of us can do at this point. My claim to fame is, I understand the music business very intrinsically because my father, when I was a child, lost his music. He did not have his copyrights done, and his music was played on a television daytime morning show, and it basically destroyed him. That man after that became an alcoholic, abusive alcoholic, and I had to live through that shit. But I lived through it and I watched that shit. And I'm a Sagittarius. I'm real vindictive. And the people that work with me, as far as Ty Durden, you see the link that I put in the Cash Lane Room, and Johnny Streams, those are the two guys that when I was in Macon, Georgia, those are the people I met when I was working MySpace. And I was making MySpace layouts. I had a PayPal debit card, and that was the way I could get my church's fried chicken because it was right down the street after I got arrested. And I lost everything. I still had a PayPal debit card, and I still could make MySpace layouts. Digital. So during that last collapse, right around the 2008, 2007 collapse, I still had a PayPal debit card, and I could still survive off of anything I did online. So when you hear me and you look at the videos and I'm giving you doom and gloom all through November and December, I was warning you all the way from June. I said, yo, Bitcoin plays different. Told you. Yeah, we didn't hit 100,000. I didn't understand the economy. Hence, if you look at my videos, all of a sudden I was looking at the economy in November. I have spent hundreds of hours, y'all, which is why I backed off my videos. Hundreds of hours in November studying the economy. Y'all seen the Discord. Y'all seen all those links. That's not even a fragment of them. I'm up at 3 a.m. in the morning studying the economy. I'm listening to old videos. I'm listening to people that were talking back during the Great Depression. I'm studying the 3 great falls of the stock market. And if y'all haven't done it yourselves, I suggest you begin to do it on YouTube. Real simple. Go on YouTube and look up the Roaring 20s Great Depression documentary. If you do that, you're going to see a plethora of information about it. I don't want you to study it to look at the timeline. I want you to look at the attitudes. That's it. Listen to what people are saying about the market. That's the important thing. And then, don't know if it's true or not, but evidently JP Morgan's great-grandfather or grandfather or whatever, pirate, evidently was getting a shoe shine. And the shoe shine boy was asking him about stocks and how he could get it. Him and his friends were ready to get in and do it or whatever. And he went back and told them to sell everything they had. And he said, as soon as the shoe shine boy knows just as much about stocks as I do, I need to get out of the market because who else can we sell to? Now, I did not remember this quote in November when I was still looking for $100,000 Bitcoin, waiting for the pump to happen right at before the November-December pump. And I kept telling y'all, if you look at my old videos, last week of November, first week of December, I'm out. I had not any idea that September would be the end of the run because I did not do any economics. I did not look at disposable income. I did not look to see if the checks were stopping. The last set of checks went out in December, y'all. The last little boost of some type of check right now they're trying to do. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all this. Because again, this is all fresh. You're getting stuff that I'm just figuring out. I think it's social. There, this is it. I've been seeing this pop up on my radar, which is because there's a boost to of course, the cost of living. They are looking to try to receive a stimulus check for Social Security benefits. For Senior Citizens League is trying to do so. Basically, a lobby group is lobbying for extra cash flow. Now, let's not forget, most of this market has a lot of boomer funds. A lot of this is a boomer market. Who created Apple? A boomer. Who created Microsoft? A boomer. We've got to get it out of our head that we really understand the collapse of the old analog. Like the minute after 2000 happened, the next one you need to look at, besides the Great Depression, this leads me to the other one, is to look at the tech bubble. Study the tech bubble of 2000. The hubris, like the hubris. Like, you got to look at the people. Look at what they were doing. So if you put stock, if you put your stock market 1999, just that alone, right? Before the crash, like you want to get it before the crash. History. Right? Boom. There we go. .com bubble, Wall Street documentary. That's what you need to put in. 1999 documentary. Anything that has a documentary. There you go. So that's how you can find it. So you can do the same thing. Use the word documentary, and then you can just put stock more. You can put like the next one that you should be looking at besides the stock market crash is, of course, the great. Oops. Ooh. The Great Financial Crisis documentary. There you go. This right here, Panic, Untold Story of the 2008 Financial Crisis. And also this one too. These two right here. And you'll see how they play their jugs and what it did and how the markets fell. And I also tell people here, and I said it in the chat, I was like, people forget Enron fell in 2007 as well. They were playing derivatives. A lot of companies and corporations were playing derivatives, basically playing with credit. They were option trading, playing with margin, which is credit. Remember, interest rates are going up. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. Hold up. I told y'all I'm watching. What did I tell you? I'm watching them. Look at this. This is margin. This is how high. These prices way too high. They need to cut it. This is crazy. That is a lot of margin debt. Let me see if there's a, let's go back 10 years. Oh, I can't go back 10 years. I can only go back a year. 5 years. Okay, there we go. 3 years. 5 years. Can I get 10 years? Nah. Nope, I can't. Okay. So, but here you go. Here's March 2020. There's around 2016. So you see, we can't see anything before 2008, but I just want you to see right around this time. Look how low our stuff was, and then look at the margin that has now increased. I don't know about that, bruh. I don't know that, bruh. No. Let's look at our savings accounts. I want you to see something as well. Correlation. Spike in our savings account, money goes running out. I want you to check out these margin accounts. Margin accounts spiked up. That's debt. Hedge funds. Boom. That's debt. All of this is beginning to trickle and roll itself into a top line narrative, regardless how we want to feel about it or not. Which leads me to what I was saying here about new insights. I want to give y'all some new insights on some things that I've been doing and how I'm changing how I work, right? As I told y'all before, I'm now doing my watch list. I have a watch list that I'm now set. I've also kind of cleaned things up. You'll notice I now have on my charts, right here, my first chart, up here, I have now listed total. I believe that this is the same way as I showed you how I'm using the S&P or the Russell index to kind of watch the moves of the stock market as a whole. I've kept thinking, can that be done in Bitcoin or in crypto? And it can. So I'm inside TradingView, and in TradingView, I'm looking at the total crypto market cap. So the entire market cap as a whole. Now I want you to see something. Look here. 0.98% down on the total market cap. But look what it does to Bitcoin. 1% down. What I've noticed is a correlation. Of course, Bitcoin has a certain dominance factor to the entire crypto market. If you are calculating the whole crypto market, it's going to have a percentage of itself being down. So now if you could track that and it could be used with charts, could we then use it the same way we've been watching Bitcoin? Could we do the same exact thing? Can you hear me now? Check it. Let me check. Make sure my audio is working. Check. Yeah, my audio seems to be working on my end. All right. So if you notice right here, I'll try to be as close to the mic as possible and not go back and forth with it. That might be helpful. All right. So what you can notice here is I have total market cap. Now, total market cap is the entire Bitcoin, the entire crypto market. So what I mean is when I go here and I go to CoinGecko, or you can go to CoinMarketCap, which is here. Oh, no, that's not CoinMarket yet. Anyway, if you go to CoinGecko, you see all of these. This is the total market, right? So everything inside here is the total market. And what this is over here is a visible version of that. So what I'm doing is I went ahead and used my charts, as I showed y'all how I set it up in my sentiment charting, link in the description to the YouTube video. I went ahead and put my charts on these, and right now I'm on the 30 minutes, but let's just go to the day, right? Because that's the daily move. That way we can see these moving averages. Now I want you to see something that's happening on the day to the total market cap now. Hold on. So what you see here is I have our moving averages. I have the 25 in green, the 50-day yellow, 100-day, and the 200-day moving average, right? This is why I'm on the day, so we can just see these averages. And I want you to see, and let me close this up so you can kind of see this. You'll notice that we broke through the 25 and then the stock fell. You break through the 50, the stock kind of falls, right? You got this crazy cross over here. Boom, stock gets demolished as we also go through the 100-day moving average. Now we've bounced off that 100-day moving average. We're bouncing underneath the 25-day moving average, giving us, and look at this. Not even just volume, but look at our sentiment on that. We're rolling towards the negative. We already have some negative sentiment here. And if you go back in history, back here, when it crossed here, look exactly what happened after we crossed negative. So here, this is our Willie, pause, with a moving average. And every time it crosses into the red, it's our alert system, early alert system, right? And of course, because we have our purples and our blues, which are monthly lines, our monthly support or resistance lines, and our weekly support or resistance lines, these are extremely important lines. If you break through these lines with everything else that's going on, you're going to make significant moves whenever you break these lines. Purple one's more significant because they're monthly. These are monthly trends, right? Trend is your friend to the end. Here's our weekly trends. Right? So we've mapped out our weekly trends in blue. We've mapped out our monthly trends, which you see in sentiment charting. And then as we break down further, we then can see significant areas of support. It makes it easier for you to trade these things, especially if you know you're already breaking to the downside and you already have a significant line sitting right there. Now, this is the market cap, this is not one cryptocurrency. This is multiple cryptocurrencies, and this is liquidity of it. This is it, whether or not it's coming out the market, period. So this led me to believe that this is actually our controlling factor. And if we follow this and we keep an eye on this and we say where the money is actually going, well, then you don't really have to worry about following this because you know this, Bitcoin, I'm on the Bitcoin chart if you're just listening. The Bitcoin chart is going to follow the total market cap because it's dominating the total market cap. So this is what we'll actually be watching, y'all, in 2022. You'll be seeing this chart more on here, and we'll be following this because show me the money. We're going to follow the money because this is basically liquidity. So we can't judge this. This is not whether or not the one coin you like is good or not. And this is how I like to trade. I don't like emotions in this ish. I don't care about the tech with this. This is a yes or no statement. Ones or zeros. Enter strategy, exit strategy. That's what you do as a navigator. And since we can't navigate waters of oceans anymore, we had to learn to navigate finance, Black Wall Street type beats. And this is why I say don't say Black Wall Street unless you're doing Wall Street. There was businesses there. There was doctors there. There was finance. There was corporations running. Some of those corporations, the banks that were running them were investing in those businesses to earn a profit outside of their, see, that's where all of that comes from. See, we got to understand why it happened. Not so much it happened. And we could sit there and go with the narrative, oh, they were mad at us because we were, no, they were mad. It was a bigger mad. Bigger mad. I think about that. They kicked you off the ports, put you on a trail of tears. You got all the way to Tulsa, started getting jiggy with it again, started making all that guap again. Oh, that's a problem, bruh, because we did not learn our lesson, evidently. And then what did we do? We learned the lesson. We learned it the wrong way because now we're scared of money. Now we're scared of actually investing because we're scared that we're going to come burn it down. And that's the legacy of Tulsa, is your fear. Ain't that some ish? That is Tulsa's legacy. See, we talk about the fact that George Washington wrote a letter to Sidi Muhammad, but nobody asked, where did Sidi Muhammad go? What happened? We talk about what happens at these towns that got burnt down, but nobody asked themselves really why. Because you could still make it without the system. And they wanted you in the system, separating the home, when, family. If you're a woman, the man needs to go if you want support. Social security, right? You need social help, social services, social. What does that mean? Isn't that not like, socialism? Just saying. We don't have capitalism because capital is going social. But how does that help you if the system is breaking, man? How the hell is that going to help us long term, like real talk, if we're talking businesses? Now, MG makes up a great point. And regardless of how we feel about crypto, regardless how we feel about the digital currencies and what the technology can and potentially can lead us towards, blah, 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 we got to understand he's right about you're exchanging one dream for a new dream. I want to pick apart the dream a little bit because we have to then ask ourselves, well, what's the alternative? What's our options? If we're going to do options here, let's get to the punchline for those of you that just want to run off, right? Here's your option. It's real simple. You've got products, subscriptions, reoccurring income, and services, right? Subscriptions and reoccurring income, anything that's reoccurring that comes to you. Royalties can be a part of that, right? Products and services. That's it. That's your economy. You've just got to pivot to make sure you are offering services people need for the time that they need it, not old services they don't need no more. So you are on a computer. The business is on a computer. They need visibility to their company. Then maybe you should be in marketing. Maybe it could be digital. Maybe you should get into graphics. Graphics with a marketing background. Maybe you get into web development, but web development with a little bit of marketing. See, everybody's going to need a little bit of marketing because either you're marketing yourself or promoting yourself or you're paying somebody for it. And if you pay for it, it's going to cost you crazy because we're only going to have a few pipelines for broadcasting, right? That's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And this is places where you make money with music too, y'all. CD Baby. I'll say it over and over again. I don't make no money from them. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm telling you this because it's where I make my money, and I'm not going to sit there and tell you nothing I'm not using. I've been on those other platforms that y'all have been using, TuneCore, all the other ones. Ask yourself one question. Are you getting all your streaming royalties without paying extra? If the answer is no, leave. If you have to pay extra for YouTube, per song, per submission, whatever the it is, get out. Pay one damn time, pay the one damn fee, and you pay no more. They get it out of your freaking royalties. Duh. If they're a distributor, that's all. Like, hold on. Let me ban the Russian troll over here. Give me a second. Bye, Russian troll. Burn it. Remove. Burn it. All right. So here's our options. So as this market is making its move, and I told you we're going down, we're potentially crossing. Well, so what is my play? Well, I told you what my play was, right? Immediately, if you see it on my list right here, my strategy has been I pivoted to Bitcoin shorts that I'm using and purchased on Kucoin. 3x Bitcoin short, right? I started purchasing them at 99 cents. Let's go pull that up. Hold on one second. Because, I ain't trying to lie to y'all. I ain't trying to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Hold on. Load my Bitcoin short positions. Bow, Kucoin. Bow, Kucoin. BTC 3S. 3 times short. Oh yeah. Let's go. Do. Hit my refresh. Because I don't know why it's not showing up my there they go. So here you are at the 99 cent mark. I hit a little snag right there. You can see I snagged a little about 110, and I snagged a little up here at around 130 something. So these aren't in the money yet. The ones down here are already in the money. Right? So that's how I'm working those. Now, that is because I told y'all I believe in my halvening cycles. Seasons of Bitcoin, right? Told y'all about it. Now, if I'm going to tell y'all about something and I tell you I believe in it, then I'm going to play off of that. What I told you was that if you follow 2017 and you watch what happened in the last halvening cycle was here in 2016, prior to the one we just went through, but the former halvening cycle previous to the one we just went through was back in 2016, 2017. In 2016, 2017, Bitcoin ran up, Bitcoin crashed, and continued to crash all the way to February. Then it sprang up, then it sprang down, then it sprang up, then it sprang down. So basically, again, February's numbers. And then you see it keeps going, and right around November, purple, November dip, boom, it falls down, you got another dip, boom, January, and there you are. February, March of the following year, after the end of the halvening cycle, is when you get back in the market, right? Or you can catch it on February, get a little in, and then catch more on that dip down there. So what happened? Here, I came back in and started telling you when this dip was coming, right? When we did with the China FUD and Elon Musk FUD over here. told you this dip was coming, started putting all these things in. And short of these over here that kind of didn't play out, you see the rest of them did, right? The dips are going to fall where they fall. And I mapped them out, of course, based off the past. So this dip came, this one ran up. You saw that, it's on video. This one came, this one ran up. This dip came a little later than I expected. That's why I put an X here, but it still came. Bomb, significant dip. This was supposed to be the run up. This is when I began trying to figure out the economy. This is why I started figuring out the economy, because this didn't happen. Now, this is significant because this is a halving cycle and Bitcoin plays a certain way. And if it doesn't play, it means something else is wrong. This is why I went to the economy hard, y'all, because something was off. This is why these two didn't play. But you notice what happened immediately right over here. That dip sure as shit came, right? It came. Look what's happening now. I moved this over because this is a significant dip point. Look what's already starting. Like I told y'all, Bitcoin plays different. It hit different, hit different, hit different. It hit different. It do. It don't hit like a stock. It hits like a piece of software that has been written to work for itself. To understand certain things, that if certain things cross over, these automated systems are all pre-programmed to just run a certain way because it's really playing off this one asset, which is still controlling a percentage of the market. And they can say whatever they want, right? They can talk about the hash rate, the hash rate, the hash rate. Let me show you something about the hash rate. You can't use the hash rate as God. (2018), 2017, boom. 2017, it's over. I want to show you something. 2017, right here, November, December, boom, done. Let's go to the chart. I want y'all to see something. 2017, July, boom, December 2018, right? This is the end of the halving cycle. So 2018, it's over. Boom, 2018, it's over. Bitcoin's falling January, February 2018. Let's go back to the hash rate. 2017, 2018, Bitcoin still going up all the way to September of 2018. We're right around the November dip. Boop, it falls. But then after that, it just keeps on riding on up. So you can't use hash rate as the only metric for yourself. Super algorithm, yeah, RTP. So you can't use this. My thing is, what you can use is, like I showed you, you can use the total market cap, right? So we can use that to kind of get a sense of how much money is in the game. Are people coming in or out? You in or out, like my nana used to tell me. You in or out of the house, you in or out. Right? So that's where we are right now. Are they in money-wise? Forget crypto. Forget forget who's speed to speed wars. Forget all that crap. The cash, is it in or out? In the market, period, point blank, no ifs, no ands, no but. Are we in or are we out? We out, bruh. You underneath the 25-day moving average, the 50-day moving average. If we even break down to the 4-hour charts, which is very telling, let me show you some stuff on the 4-hour. I'm going to show you how the power of when you can look at these numbers. This is where the most markets move. Right here is the 4-hour chart. Let me show you that's the truth. Watch what happens. All right. Let me show you something real quick. Look at this. We're above bull. The minute you're above everything here, bull, right? Bow. You broke through that 25. Look what happened, right? Boom. You break through that 25 and 50. Bow, right? And not only that, you boom, break through a 100-day moving average. Bow. You're now down here. Boom. You broke through the 100-day and then boom, the 200-day. So then it bounces underneath. And when it rejects the 200-day again, boom, you see it fall down. Again, this is just the way it plays because these systems play. These computers play. So I just watch the computers because they don't give a damn. They trade based off these little bands floating. And that's kind of why I want to create what I'm doing with ToxicHustle to get the alerts. Where are these lines at? Where are we at in this cycle? And then, of course, with me being able to map out my trades, I'd be looking for these things that I can give myself alerts and put it in the system and says, when you see us over here and we're at this number, I want to know an alert. Because that means we might be getting ready to break through a major average. And that might be a time to go into a short position. Oh, it looks like we're getting ready to go back into a bull cycle. Oh, I want to flip this and go to these long positions, 3x. I'm going to hold my Bitcoin, but I'm going to play a little piece of my positions in how I really feel. Put your money where your mouth is, right? If I'm going to do it, live it, right? And again, trading this year is not going to be 100% of what we do. This is just how we're going to make sure that we can get our assets up to make the purchases into whatever quote unquote metaverses we may want to get into. And then again, what we're coming at when we deal with quote unquote metaverse, y'all, it's about products and or services. So really products. And we're talking guns, ammo, cars, shoes, fashion, DJs and DJing in world, the fashion that's worn by those DJs, sponsoring those DJs. Basically think, and this is something that any of y'all can do if you figure out how to build the back end for yourselves. Basically, look at what Jay's doing. Look at Rock Nation and being able to manage individual people that have earning potential. So he's looking at big sports people. I'd be looking at YouTubers or people on TikTok. Where can I put music that can get eyeballs and how can I sponsor them? Where do I get sponsor money? Boom, boom, boom. How do I write it off? I write it off as sponsorships, boom, or advertising, boom, boom. How do I do that? You can do it through your business, 1099. Individually, you can basically, as long as somebody's paid over $600, you got to do a 1099 on them. You can do that online, I believe, through QuickBooks. Or FreshBooks. Think FreshBooks does 1099s too. I tell you, y'all can build y'all businesses. I'm serious. Hold on. FRES books. 1099s. Payroll for contractors. FreshBooks. How to file a 1099. What are 1099 forms? So if you have to give $600 or more to somebody, a contractor or something like that, you can do your 1099s. And there seems to be other companies. So it looks like FreshBooks integration. Oh, there you go. So basically you get FreshBooks, you get tax 1099, you integrate those two together and they'll handle your tax paperwork for you. So again, this is how you handle business. At least when you deal with media. Right? So this is how I use some trading to get a little bit extra revenue, not reliant upon earnings to be able to do so. But at the same time, earnings will come in the form of subscriptions. We eat our own dog food out here. What that means is companies who do not use what they actually are trying to sell to other people, like to other clients, if they're not using their own tools, well, then they'll really never be able to sell it to somebody else because they're not using it intrinsically. I learned that working for startups as web developer for them. Also, what's going on? Again, people, these guys, the elite, are selling off all of their shares at the top of this market and buying the options at the lower end of it. Good looks to RTP for Brown pulling that one in. Doro brought out the fact that there's, of course, people you can get paid for TikTok, and TuneCore will pay the artist 100 times more than DistroKid. Don't get caught into the DistroKid TuneCore thing, because what about my YouTube? You pay extra for that. CD Baby, you don't have to pay extra. But I'm glad Doro brought this out, because we do need to look at these people that are scalping us and look for the companies that give you what's going to be what I consider some form of generational consistency. What if you lost your subscription, or what if one of your accounts got turned off, right? Your PayPal or bank account or something changed. Well, all of a sudden, all your royalties are locked in limbo. Nobody thinks about that. What happens when you pass? How does your kids get paid? Right? I'll tell you how I've set myself up. I'll tell you exactly how I set myself up. Because I use CD Baby, and the reason why I keep telling y'all about it is because I use it for my music. If you look at my profile, and I'm just clicking on it, and then you look at my view the pure profile. Oh, it doesn't show my other. It don't show. Hold on. Tragic. You know what? Hold on. I got one better. You know what? No. I'm going to just show you my damn royalties. Let's screw all the rigmarole. Let me just give you the royalty statements. Because, transparency in these streets. Where is my CD, baby? Let me log on in. Hold on. I know I'm muffled right now. I'm getting this page up. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's bring this over here so y'all can see the real. So, no cap in my rap. I am not marketing. I always tell y'all that. I am not in a marketing position right now. I am not pushing my music right now. I've been concentrating on the back end. How do I create music faster? Which, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to do something. And I know I'm jumping all over the place. My apologies, but I'm excited. I am going to show y'all this on my other channel, my Tragic channel. I'm going to be bringing that back to do my music work. And I'll keep this one for business, but my Tragic channel will have my music, my Tragic YouTube channel. I'm using this, and I'm going to be making videos with this. Doubler 2. I've already told y'all once about it, but I set it up this weekend. I have it working in Studio One. My Nagas. I am tripping about this this tool. Voice to MIDI. I can do my drums. That's why when y'all hear me I've been practicing since I bought this last year. And now I've gotten it. I have to work with the developers because there's one more thing on my open hats. I still can't get that with the but I've gotten my beatboxing down to the point where I can trigger this system so far with kick, snare, and right? So now, what I'm also going to do is put Ableton with this shit. Now, I will be coming up with some kind of strategy to do all this shit in a workflow. And I'm probably going to look at how Craftmaster sets up his Studio One stuff for some of the macro stuff. But then I'm going to be able to record. I'm going to do recording with the MIDI And then I'll be able to kind of like put my prototype or blueprints down with bass lines. So like, again, the same drum beat. Then with the bass line. So imagine being able to be that free. So like even going back and saying I want to do a remix of like come on, man. Being able to like take things and just get things out of your head, if you are a type of person that has things in your head, is a learning curve to this, because I didn't realize how off I was. Like, I think I'm hitting a note and I'm flat or sharp. Man, humbling. But needless to say, that is part of the strategy for me to get my music out. Now, why do I say that? Now, that's why I said I haven't been marketing, I haven't been promoting, because I've been working on the workflow to create at scale. Like, I want to be able to blast out, not only blast out a bunch of content, but then with the system of ToxicHustle, distribute it out to multiple places in multiple ways that are not intrusive. So it's not like buy my beat, listen to my beat to buy my beat. No, I'm going to utilize the music in social media campaigns, period. Then, because they're being used in the social space, guess what happens? I should get paid. Dun, 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 dun. Usability. That's how we get paid in music. It's not the fact that you went to a freaking label and their only freaking job, really think about it, their only job is to get you eyes and ears. Radio station, ears. CD, eyes, because they had to see the CD cover. Eyes, because they had to see the music video to even know the CD was out. They'd walk there and pick it up physically to then have their ears listen to it. Now, we have a computer that can get you eyes and ears. YouTube is your MTV. Then what the do you do with it? It's freaking free. You've got to come up with your hustles for it. And that's what my job has been. Chief Strategy Officer. Right? Danye likes to call me the crypto Scarface. But CSO is Chief Strategy Officer, because my strategy is, how does the company get paid? Like, not even opinionated. Like, I can't have an opinion. I think we can make money. No. We have to make money. Even if it's small residuals, then what do I do with those residuals? I have to take that money and I have to invest it someplace to earn interest on it. That's what I would do if I was a label, giving it to a bank, like the residuals from my catalog, or taking my catalog, putting it in a safe, getting insurance money on it, taking that insurance money, giving it to an investment firm and having them earn interest off just, are you serious? And then what do you get? 3 cents, 2 cents for mechanicals that mechanicals were physical CDs. We don't even do physical no more. So you don't even really get mechanicals anymore. You get streaming royalties. And let me show you what your streaming royalties really, really look like. Like real life. Not fake life, but real life. Let's go with 500. Boom. So we've got some plays in the Yandex, which is probably going to be like microcents. Again, when we talk about when you're looking at your crypto and you see 0.000 that you earned in it, I want you to understand that you've already begun to be in the digital world. Your music has already been digitized. So when you see crypto, I want to show you something, because I need you to understand you've already been indoctrinated. You just don't know it yet. I want you to look at something, y'all. Look at how they put it. Look familiar? Huh? Let's go back. Huh? Look familiar? That there? Huh? Alrighty. Just want you to know, just a little something to see, to understand that you're already digitized. They're already telling you that it's micro. And there you go. All of this, you pay one time, and this is what we get. We get this Yandex stuff, some 1 cent there. You got United Media Agency. I think that's overseas, the UK. You got iTunes, Apple Music in Canada. I didn't do nothing for that. Amazon's doing some sales over there. You know, we got some Spotify sales. You got YouTube sales. K-Box, that's got to be Korea, right? So then we got YouTube Music over there. So we got YouTube Publishing, CMS, and YouTube Content ID. Content ID is the watermark system. So this is my hustle here. As you can see how much it's making. This is why I'm putting my content in a bunch of YouTube videos. Now, another way that you can kind of do some shit, if you want to slide in, Audio Jungle, right? You want to do you can put your stuff over here in Audio Jungle. Well, people that are over here in the video side, which is Video Hive. See, Video Hive, they make like After Effects templates, right? And then with Video Hive, you got After Effects templates, and these After Effects templates have music. So if they buy it over here and use it over here, you've got some passive income. See? I don't do hopium. I just have to have a strategy. Now, will I be using this strategy? No, I will not be using this strategy. What strategy will I be implementing? I am implementing the pirate strategy. Yes, folks, I am going back to the waters that be. I am going back to what we were before we got off the water and were burned out in Tulsa. I'm going back to being a pirate. And what do? Give it away for free. Pirate yourself. That's what I learned with Shazam. Napster. How do you get over? Give it away for free. Trash, why am I going to give it away? Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away. 3 types of YouTube. That's why you're giving it away. Because what am I doing? I'm trying to get this number up. I'm trying to get this number up. See, that's my hustle. I don't do the whole hopium crap, y'all. Like I told you, my dad lost. He lost his music on hope. Became a drunkard on hope. People will lose their ish on hope. I don't, and again, I talk about the market. Y'all know that. In Cashland, I talk about crypto. Y'all know that. But I also want to make sure that this year, as we wait for a potential market collapse, I need my people on their game, beginning to build out their passive streams in a real way. No need for you to go into no class. No need for me to come up with no tutorials. No need for You don't need no webinar for this shit. This is how simple this crap is, y'all. As children, we should understand, right? Should be real simple. 1s and 0s. Is it an up or downer? Yes or no? iTunes, Amazon. Now, as you can see, boom, 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 boom. TikTok. I didn't pay nothing for this right here. Now let's look at TikTok's sales. Oh, I got some people like you ain't right. That's what's up. 23 plays. Hey, I ain't seeing, okay, there we go. I ain't seeing no real money over there. They ain't got no real money, man. How am I getting money, man? I ain't getting no money, man. Yo, this is like some small money, man. How much money, man? Hold on. So all of these is like free. they better come up with some cash. Let me hold on. Let me check out what's going on over here. 3 streams, 0.002. Interesting. I have to look into that. But anyway, it's there. And then you got title. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, this like, yo, check this out. And this is crazy. This is crazy, RTP. I told my friends, Ty, I'm gonna call you out, bro. And Johnny, I'm gonna call out Johnny too, cause you know they ain't listen to me. Ben, let me show you how old this is, bro. Bro, look right here, RTP. Hustle mode. How to add your music to City Baby for royalties 4 years ago. I've been saying this shit for 4 years. Been getting my royalties. Was making a hell of a lot more because I had a sweet robotic promotional cycle through YouTube before they started cutting down the privacy stuff. As you can see, like, it's not even like I'm giving cap. Hold on, it's not even like I'm putting cap in my rap. You can see right here my total sales, just total distribution sales, and that's me just getting the test run of how I wanted to market. And seeing it wasn't sustainable the way I wanted it and needed to come up with a long-term strategy. But when it comes to the other companies, and again, like, let's go to TuneCore, right? And if they decide to change that ish up, then cool, right? No annual free. They're saying, boom, do. No annual fee. Unlimited releases. ... Then you've got some extra ish over here. I don't even know what that distribution. Waiting for your upcoming album. You got to buy credits or whatever the hell. Distribute to 100 digital stores. Keep 100% of your revenue per year. Okay, see, they're trying to do it. They're trying to do it right here. They're trying at $29. They're trying to undercut. Spotify for artist verification. Daily performance recording. I would need to see what else they were distributing to. But that's new. That is new. So if this is 100%, actually, I will take back my statement to what's his name. If this is 100%, because I'll have to look into this. I'll actually look deeper into this just to be sure, because this was not here. This was the only, you didn't have unlimited releases, because I know they're trying to attack 2 people at the same time. They're trying to attack 2 people. They're trying to attack CD Baby with this one. Because this was their original model, y'all. Like, this new shit is CD Baby. And this is DistroKid. So interesting. It's an interesting. Hold on. Distribute now. It's an interesting play. TuneCore could potentially be another outlet for you if you're doing that 29 and that's all that it costs. If that's what it costs. And I'll get back to the point of everything else in a second. I just want to check out pricing. There it is. Yep, $29.95. So same price. I just like CD Baby more because I also get the foreign stuff. So if we go back to my revenue, and we go back, this right here is China. TikTok is China as well. But 10 cents is China. Then you get like Russia. Where's Russia? K Digital is Korea. Oh, and Facebook. Yep, you still get Facebook as well. So if, like I said, TuneCore, if they're doing the same thing as this release right here, if that's the same as far as the standard album was 29, then I would say all for it. But I'm sticking with what I got. I like CD Baby. I don't trust TuneCore because they can always change their business model later. CD Baby stuck with their business model the entire time. This has been their model. They haven't changed their model. And they went from CDs to doing this distribution method first in a major way to get artists on Spotify. So I want to show y'all some stuff that's also going on with the regular market as well. I want to have some correlation for y'all because we getting ready to get into some serious ish right now. I want y'all to see something. We talked about the 4 hour. That 4 hour is important. I want y'all to see what's happened on the 4 hour over here. And this is the Russell 2000. This is stock market. These are the lower indexes. And you can see we've been fighting underneath the 200 moving average and we've just bounced above it. But I also want you to look to see that volume's still not strong at all. And we just crossed out of a negative zone. And if we go further down, we might be clear a bit. But if you look at the from the 4 hour, then go to the 6 hour, you can see we're in a little bit of a negative pull trend, right? But on the 4 hour, you can see we are above it. So if we can stay, if y'all stay above that 200, it's going to be interesting. But notice you got rejected from this major, right? So literally got yanked right back down from a major monthly line. That's important because I don't care how much you bounce off this if you're smacking your head against that and getting rejected. At some point in time, the bar will raise above the tide itself and drown it underneath. Now, if we look at the daily, you can see on the daily itself, we are already underneath. We were already underneath this 200-day moving average. Now, today, it's fighting because yesterday we had knock, knock, knock. Now, right now, we're knocking. This knock doesn't play out. I don't think it holds itself, right? Because right now it's fighting to stay above the 100-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. These are significant. These are so significant. So if this today, it's fighting. Right now we've got about 1% up. So it's fighting. We'll see if it can close. It's got, about an hour and change left. We'll see if it can keep itself above. If it can, that would be the first click above here on the day, or at least steadied for the day. If we sit underneath the 4 hour, you can see we are above right now on the 4 hour. And if we look at the 15-minute increment, we are above. So we are still floating above. We're not below, bouncing on it. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out in the long run. The Russell is the lower indexes, and that can let us know if we're having a silent sell-off as people move stocks to the S&P major index stocks, right? The big Google and the Apples and all that stuff. Which is also why you see me looking at this here. On my chart, I do have Apple, Tesla, and Google. Why? They make up the greatest amounts of the actual S&P index. And of course, I'm looking at the NASDAQ to keep an eye on the tech stocks. And yeah, that's mostly why I got there. And of course, I've played my Ether positions as shorts, and we've seen 8% today. Because, as this market goes down, it pulls all the other tides down. And Bitcoin is down tremendously right now. Actually, shoot, what's happening? Let me check something. Hold on. Give me the 4-hour zoom in. Okay, we're underneath that. Give me a second, because I'm checking something right now. On the day, we're getting ready to bounce off of this 25-day moving average. If this gets, like, as you see it right here, right? Bow, it's bow, 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 bow. It's fighting that last one. And notice what's creeping up right here, right? Notice what we have right here, right? This is almost like it's pushing it down. As soon as this gets to and breaks through this, that's significant. And if this crosses, like if this, we're looking at January 10th, right around January 10th or so. Oh, wait. Something just correlated. Hold on. Hold up. Look, January 10th, right? Something just correlated. Boom. What up, Sebas? Something just correlated. January 10th. We've got a significant dip coming, right? We got that dip coming right there. And if we're looking what we just said, oh, wrong one. Where are you? Hey, where are you? Where you go? Where you go? There you go. Nope, that's not you. Damn, where'd you go? Give me a second. There it is. January 10th. Right around here. So if this goes here, we got a convergence on the day. We have a convergence getting ready to happen. Hold on. Let's get the Russian spammers up out of here. Report. Unwanted spam. Bow. Get up out of here. Right? So there you go. So again, total market cap. You're seeing that we're down. Total market cap takes all caps down. So now all capital, Bitcoin's getting smashed heavier because it makes up a heavier part of the index, which is now raising our freaking BT shorts up 8% for the day. Damn. And remember, we're touching a significant line right here. This is a monthly line. We break through this, like I said, within this range, it looks like this can come down here, break through. This ends up bouncing underneath this, and that takes it further down. You already see we got weakness on the day already. We went from strength, started getting some weakness, and we've starting to see some red. So, and then if you look at our indicators, we're crossing on the MACD, which is important. We are already in negative on the Willy, right? We're already here, and this is always early to the party. Look what it showed us right here, right? See where it crossed? Right there. What did it do? Bow. Cross right there. Bow. Killed it. We're getting ready to cross here. That tells us we're still floating above in negative sentiment right there. That's going to pull us down there. That's why I say, y'all, this is all converging for a serious dip zone. And then you've got the stock market. Let's look at the S&P. Let's go on the day. We are above the 25, which is strong. We are again above the 50-day moving average. Good. We're above the 100 and the 200-day moving average. Thing is, we see a little bit more volume today. That's interesting. But we have been on a decline in volume. But this is the first day of trading again, so we'll see how it looks tomorrow. See if we get a higher high in volume, which lets us know more and more people are coming back online to trade, which will be interesting. But I want y'all to see the 4-hour because that's where the bots play. And as you can see, as of the 23rd of November, we had begun getting our cells knocked the hell down. We had a serious cross right here and bow. We're bouncing off the 100, bounced underneath the 100, rallied, broke back down again through all of this, and we've rallied back up. Now, again, I don't want to play negative to play negative. I got to look at the economy for my business, for your business. You've got to think the same thing for yourself. So now think about this. With what we've talked about in the Discord, right? With everything that's going on, China still has defaults hitting the market, and we're talking billions of dollars. 4 other Chinese developers have been in the market. Now, I want to show you something. Charlie Munger is more this is a month ago. Just a month ago. Charlie Munger more comfortable with the Communist Party than Bitcoin. Okay. Praises China for banning crypto. He wishes it never been made a correct decision to ban them. But they're making what? A central bank dollar yuan. And he's invested. Charlie Munger, let's see, Alibaba. He's been throwing money at Alibaba, at a Chinese company. Now, he's all in on China. Now, again, I want to remind you of just I need y'all to remember what's in China. Make sure I turn the sound off. I don't want to get hit with no copyright stuff. And let me also, another trick that y'all learn, playback speed, double the speed. Boom. That just fell. This building that's bricks falling. He's poking the ceiling. Look at the bars. This is not cement. Look. Now, I want you to ask yourself a question about investments, all right? Let's just be practical, because I think these geezers have kind of lost a couple steps. He says the Chinese market is growing at such an amazing rate that he believes they're going to keep growing and they're going to keep proving people wrong. How? These were investments, y'all. This was a building that's supposed to be up for X amount of time to earn back what was spent to build it. If it falls, no one comes. Pause. Right? How can this be? How can somebody rent? How can you rent this? How do you rent this? Look at this. An office building leaking. How do you rent it? This big, tall building's basically everybody's filming the fact that it's basically rocking back and forth. This is look at this. Roads, bridges, dams, all this investment. People have suitcases outside. Y'all see that? Hold on. I just caught that. Look at that. Come on now. Stop it. This is what I'm talking about. So when people talk about that this problem in China isn't going to affect us, how? If y'all old people invested in China's growth. China growth. The growth narrative, right? Growth. Minus crypto. Because I don't give a damn. For y'all that don't know what I just did here, the minus means remove from the algorithm, right? So you're telling the algorithm, I don't want this. So I want to minus anything dealing with crypto because that's what's showing up on my results. So I was just removing it. So if y'all don't know, now you know, right? So he's in Alibaba. New channel, Li Lu, who Charlie? Here we go. Legendary fund manager Li Lu, who Charlie Munger back once said the biggest investment risk is not the volatility of the prices. What is it? But whether you will suffer a permanent loss of capital. Bruh, hold up. Bruh, you saw that, right? Need me to do that again? Let's do that one more time. The legendary fund manager, Li Lu, who Charlie Munger, one second, because I want to pull up his Skeletor behind. Skeletor over here. Charlie Brown at about 82 or 92, whatever the hell it is, right? Charlie Brown over here. Validated this dude. And this dude once said, because of course he ain't going to say that right now, the biggest investment risk is not the volatility of prices, but whether you will suffer permanent loss of capital. What's that? What's that? This is a mall. Is this permanent loss of capital if the foundation is breaking? Isn't the foundation what holds the whole building up? So if the foundation no good, no bueno, how is building bueno if the foundation no bueno? Look, rebar, no bueno. I can snap it on the ground, no bueno. This is Mario. Y'all, don't tell me we're not going to have a problem next year. I don't see how we're not going to have a problem next year. Right? Y'all see that. But let's get into a few more things before. Right? So I need y'all to understand there's content, right? Your music is your content. We're now talked about putting it in CD Baby. We distribute it. You got your TikToks, your YouTubes, your Facebook, which will give you your Instagram because it's still attached to Facebook. So that'll be your revenue there. And then, of course, I told y'all I'm interested in the gaming space. You can say metaverse. That's really code word for gaming space. Just like cloud is nothing more than servers and social media is nothing more than a website, right? Square Enix, which is the makers of Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, and Deus Ex, whatever you have, Deus Ex, is getting ready to get into decentralized games. Blockchain. So as you begin to see this transpire, again, 2024 is the next halving cycle. So what am I trying to do? Begin to build up assets, music and whatnot into these spaces. So now what if you created a channel and you played your music on, let's say you created a TikTok channel, right? Because you're on CD Baby and your music is cycling through, you create a TikTok channel, and on your TikTok channel, you create something dealing with games and your music plays with the game or something. You come up with something that's interesting. You do your due diligence and your research and you figure out something that you can do in the gaming space that has your music as a part of it. Well, now you create a channel, you put your music there, you upload it, and guess what you're doing? Getting your royalties. Now, as you saw with my TikToks, I didn't see some of them getting any money. So I wouldn't suggest that as your core strategy unless you just want it for quick visibility. My core strategy is going to be YouTube, some Facebook, and of course, Spotify, right? Spotify to get playlists and a playlist campaign. So getting people to put me on their personal playlist. That's how I'm going to basically get the algorithm to get me into more stuff. But of course, I'm not going to be paying nobody for that benefit or luxury. I'm going to infiltrate my music in so much social media content, whether it be memes, whether it be funny quotes, whether it be funny videos, whatever I can use, repurpose it, put my music behind it, throw it out. There you go. Get your music used, right? What is it called? Product placement. What is your product? Your product is your music. Then get it placed. You don't need to place it at a record label with a bunch of scallywags who can't even rhyme no more because they're too geeked to thread up to do anything anymore, because now there isn't no shows for them and they ain't ready to go in the metaverse and try to do no concerts. As MG says, they're flunked out. It geeked up. And they're not ready for this next wave. Snoop Dogg's trying to do it, and all this, the NFT thing, not ready yet, man. I think it's going to be dope when we have contracts and it acts like websites and we can throw like automated stuff that gets paid. Like, what if I could have a car inside one of these games and every time somebody bought the car, I'm getting royalties? And in the car is playing a radio station that has my music streaming. Right? Product placement. Practicality. I need y'all to understand that I don't do hype. I'm not selling you shite right now. Like, nothing. I'm not selling t-shirts. I'm not selling products. I'm not selling beats. I'm not selling nothing to you. Not a damn thing. I need y'all to understand this, because like I always tell y'all, in the future, I will be doing some stuff, but I need y'all to make the money now. So it doesn't work if I'm not helping you get that. And the only way I can help you get that is if I'm getting it myself and I tell you exactly what I'm doing. Right? Practicality. Polygon. I like Polygon. Why? It's just a database. And if I can store my catalog, the textual format of it, someplace where nobody can change that, and I can pull that up at any time with any application I want, well, then I have proof that my content is where it needs to be, when it needs to be, and in the wallet it needs to be in. If it gets resold, I get my royalties for it, right? If you have an NFT, this is just a new royalty structure to digital content. If my music gets attached to NFTs and those NFTs can split out a payment to me by holding the token, do I win? Yes. Intel, chips. I'm watching them in the stock market once things go kind of sideways. Let's see. There's something else I want to show you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Booyah. Okay. So check this out. I want to show you something. Transportary Secretary says AT&T Verizon needs to delay their 5G rollout. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. boom, 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 boom. Gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna have 5G. I think it's gonna have 5G. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see. Boom, 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 boom. Helium 5G. 5G Helium is here. Major wireless network supported by the Helium blockchain. Helium 5G system. Look who's here. Looky, looky. Looky, looky. So while they're over here worrying about them, look who's sliding underneath the radar real incognito like. Now, another question just came to my mind. My spirit says, Spirit, who owns Dish Network? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. They're private. Really? I thought Dish was owned by AT&T. Or is that DirecTV is owned by AT&T? Okay. Yeah. So Dish is private. Very interesting. So Dish is there. Are they they're a private company? No, they're not. Is that right? And y'all are coming down. Where are you? You're coming off of being $43. You are now $10 down. Give me 5 years. Your highest high was $64. You are down $33. You are almost, if you go all the way up here, you are more than half your position down, Batman. We go back here to 2015. You are at $78. So your all-time high is $78, Batman. So, what's your bottom pause? $9.16. So we're not at all-time highs. They happen to be doing something in a blockchain space, all silent like. On the network, that is growing kind of fast, Batman. Helium Explorer, right? 455,000 hotspots, up 78,000 hotspots in the last 30 days. I think that's another stock play, y'all. I'm going to keep that on my radar. Hold on 1 second. Y'all saw it live. Where am I going to put this? Is it going to be on my natural watch list, or is this going to be a ToxicHustle play? I think I'm going to just put this on my... Damn, this is hard. Pause. You know what? This is going to be a ToxicHustle play. Because we are in crypto on ToxicHustle long term. HNT is here. Yep. So on the stock side, we're going to put DISH. Dish Network. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, add a section. This section's going to be crypto. And then give me another section. And that's going to be stocks. Okay. And they're up too. Damn. All right. All right. Just needed to add that, y'all. Just because that looks like if it takes another snitzel, if the market does want to go down, just as a long, I'm going to have to look at their actual numbers. I'm going to have to look at their actual numbers, but I'm going to have to us with that. I'm going to have to us with that. All right. So let us look at total one more time. Still underneath that. Look at the 4 hour. Where are we at? We are still underneath the 200. Just okay. It's official. It's official. We are underneath the 25 moving average on the 4 hour. That is no bueno. So just get ready, just in case. This is creeping up. We've already crossed. You know, I tell y'all, the Willie pause always comes in first. So when it dips, when the Willie dips, boom. Notice what happens not too long afterwards. Boom, boom. So we always going to see it here, even though it kind of showed up around the same time. We kind of kissed off of the measure right here. So we kind of saw it here at the same time. Sometimes that doesn't play out. Like right here, we're getting ready to cross, but the Willie's already told us. And we also have our volatility index getting ready to come to the negative side. So when that happens, you see significant moves to the downside until we come back above over here. So you see, we went to the green, we're in green, everything's good. You go in negative, you go red, you go dead. So we're getting ready to go there on the 4 hour. 2 hour, we're deep in. We're crossing. We're pulling down on the negative on our BBPT. So again, and look where we are. Look where we're close to. And this is total market cap for crypto. So that's important because that's cash flow. That's doesn't matter. That's all crypto. That is the cash flow moving in and out of the crypto market. So this is important. This is our indicator on where people's sentiment are. I'm taking my money out. You can't lie to this at all. Yeah, inside the helium box is a Raspberry Pi and a few other little trinkets, but I can't use it on the Helium network because they have a secure, like a dongle. So they have like a dongle that locks you out from like, of course, messing with the network, which I wouldn't do anyway, because that's the point of being in the Helium network, right? Just like being a Bitcoin miner or staking your Ethereum, you're not going to do anything that'll jeopardize the asset and or your staking reward, right? So, and, oh, let me give you an update. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. I might have to put it out later, but I wanted to give you an update on how much the miner has made. I'm just loading it on my phone. I will get a screenshot of this so that y'all can actually see it, but I don't have it on my laptop right now. I think I don't. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. No, I don't see it. But if I can get my address and then hold on. I think I found it. I think I know how to do this. So y'all can see what the miner has actually made. There it is. I think I found it. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, All right. I'm going to take a screenshot of this really fast, but I want to block out something in there. I don't want anybody sending any money to my account, and which will throw off my numbers. So give me 1 second. Where's my screen software? There it is. Batman. Boom. Dirty. Baby girl. Why are you not working, man? Stop playing with me, man. Are you really doing this right now? This is what's hot on the street? There we go. Thank you. And now I just need you to give me the blur and blur out this here. Thank you. Now I can copy this and then I can paste that. Actually, no, I can just actually drag my whole window over since I've got it blocked. Boom. So you can see I only blocked this. I didn't have time to do nothing else. As you can see, my total balance is $21.67. And that is, hold on. Let me do one click and put 30 days. Yep, so 30 days. There we go. There we are. And that actually is a better one. So give me a second. Let me print screen this. Wrong side. Oh, that's right side. There we go. This. Then screenshot it. Then open up my program. Ah, man. Didn't mean for that to happen. There. Forgot I dragged it over here. So, as you can see, right there, 30 days. You can see it started back here. It's not actually full 30, but you can see over that length of time, $21.77 at current price, which is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for a machine that's just sitting there. And I know we're not even charging a fraction of that in energy because, you know, Raspberry Pis don't really take up much energy. So it's like a Raspberry Pi with a extension antenna that handles doing the Wi-Fi signals / whatever signals else they're doing. So this, get out of my way, man. Get out of my way. Thank you. So again, that Helium joint, that's why I was looking at looking at that company. Helium for 5G and whatever, that right there with them doing what they're doing over here, which now brings me back to what I was talking about. Hey, come back. Come back. There we are. Under your business, open this up. Thank you. So yeah, so that is why this move right here is interesting because, all right, I want you to understand what one of the hustles that's going on right now. And one of the things that is a problem that needs to be solved. Cities want cheap internet, right? Cities want AT&T and everybody else to come up with some type of free internet under $20. Now, they really can't do that. So now you see why my Helium play is kind of interesting, right? Because the one thing that they can't do over here, they might be able to do somewhere else. Now, if Helium is now working with this network and starts, not Helium, excuse me, if Dish network is now running with this network and is siphoning into this network, that could put Dish in a serious position. Not really, but I mean, they also have to deal with the business, right? Because we have to look at Dish's business and make sure they're actually doing good business, right? What's their customer service like? How are they doing in these times? War for talent. This is something that we used to talk about at my last business that I was working with. The fact that everybody was being stolen, and now it's even worse. So you're going to be every time they hire somebody at these companies, anytime there's turnover and you have to hire somebody and bring them into the company, there's a cost. And typically onboarding someone is an expense, and it's expensive, especially onboarding them for things like insurance, and onboarding them for 401ks, or onboarding them for any amenities inside the business, or in training, right? The time that you've now got to get them up to speed to actually do their job. So as the war for talent happens, these costs will balloon, and the companies who are not running their balance sheets tight will fail. So just keep an eye on expenditures and, of course, missed earnings. So as earnings get ready to get announced, we're going to be looking at earnings calls and seeing what businesses are starting to fall or have issues. China economy is facing the most difficult period in 40 years. Hard times are coming. They are automating so fast, and people are being pulled from tech jobs to get back on physical lines just because. But then if they pull you from these tech jobs to pull you on physical lines, so doing physical manufacturing again, trying to get back that old swag, like we're going to be the cheapest out on these streets, you're not going to outbeat these robots. Flippy's $30,000. Flippy the robot that's at White Castle flipping burgers and frying chicken nuggets is $30,000 a year. How are you going to be that? And it works damn near 24/7. You can't. Manufacturing is going 3D print. Your chips that you make for your CPUs are getting printed. Elon Musk is 3D printing everything. And that just shows you how the industry is changing, because he can do it. And everybody's doing it. Here, robot is getting ready to be able to pick fruit. They've got a robot that is shooting lasers at the ground and killing weeds, right? So now you don't have to use pesticides or to kill the weeds or to kill bugs. You can use lasers. It's a laser, right? At 75, I still have to work. Type beats. Inflation is inflation, and people on a budget are people on a budget. And if you go past your budget, you have to go back. RTP says, nope, you can't be automation. You can't be automation. Absolutely cannot. Efficiencies are efficiencies, and efficiencies lead to lower costs. Those lower costs mean lower wages. Or, as in our brothers in the European Union would say, you've been made redundant. Or you're fired, as Trump would say. Bullish. Oh, let me show you some lion ass ish. Look at this lie. 6.8% in November. Let me show you a new website we also pull up. Shadow stats. Yeah, shadow government statistics. Let's see. Let's go to inflation. If you use consumer inflation numbers, so we've got to look at, typically when we're dealing with inflation, it's what are the things that it costs you for inflation, right? So it could be housing, it could be food, it could be whatever metrics they're going to use. Now, what they've done is they took real estate out, and they took like meat and steak out, right? So if you take out the things that are inflating, our necessities are no longer part of the equation. Well, what ends up happening? Well, let me show you. The official CPI number, right? Our official CPI number, 6.8-ish%, right? Which we saw here. This is why I said this is BS. If you take the actual goods service published of what they use pre-1990 and use it again, look at where you're actually at. 15%. about 6 point something 8, but we're closer to 15%. If we use the 1980, we're at 15. If we use the 1990 base system, we're at 10%. So they're playing with the numbers. Now imagine you do that. Imagine that. Imagine the you get audited. Government comes a knocking. Government says, "Give me your books." You say, "I got 2 books." I can't give you my books. I got 2 of them. You're going to Fed time, man. You're going to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Right? They're locking us the hell on up if we tell them we got 2 different books. Man, they got 3 books. They got 2021 books because they're lowering the numbers even further in 2021. They're not even using, in 2022, they're not even using 2021 numbers. Like, they just skipping that shit. But they're going to do they got a 1980 book of what the numbers would look like. And they've got a 1990 book for what these numbers on these streets look like. And we're supposed to believe we don't have a problem. Now, inflation will lead to deflation, right? Why? Because inflation is because we could run prices, because the system was messed up, and because people were willing to pay for it because we had the extra cash. Then that's just what it is. They printed money, it got into the system, it went into stocks, people cashed out, started big willieing it. It flows some places and ends up right back to where it belongs, I guess, to the bank. But what we've got to realize is that we don't have any new capitalization in the system. The system we're spending more money, disposable income is down, and we're currently on the cusp of one of the serious dip points, not only in the crypto market, but January is also a significant dip point for the stock market during certain climate conditions. And we're heading towards that, which I showed you earlier in the video. Of course, Robert Kiyosaki has been screaming that everything's going to hell in a handbasket. You can say it every single year until it finally happens. But it doesn't change the fact that if the printing or the accumulation of fiat credits and the manufacturing of extra credits by loaning more money, magic money, just creates more money out of the air with the Fed, then if you keep printing, even if you are the dollar quote unquote standard, you've got to understand you're debasing your currency. Nobody worked for that money. So if a person bought a stock with money he just made for free, then you're going to push the numbers up. When you push the numbers up, you're going to be seeing, earnings are going to come up short. Missed earnings is your keyword to look in Google. Come in a few months or so. Just start looking at these companies that have earnings coming up and then start watching for missed earnings. Let's see. There's another thing I want to show you. 3D print crazy. Some food tech. Yeah, I think that's it. No, that's not it. Robot chefs can cook Christmas dinner. So they are and here's Flippy. So you see tablet. So on the other side, Flippy again. Miso Robotics. I'm going to be looking at them. Restaurants, servers on the front end. Flippy again. More front end. Hydroponics, robot farming. Domestic robots. Kitchen robot. Pizza robot. Toyota guy robot. No. You see, start KFC's driving bots. You see what's coming, right? Now, let's not forget Uber and Lyft wanted to get into automation. So Uber and Lyft drivers, get ready. Remember, also Elon wants to be able to. Elon already told y'all he is going to crush the car market. He already said that. Elon car service. Do 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 da 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 da. Do, 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 do. Car rental? Might need to put that in there. It's not letting me see it in the news. Hold on. Elon University. That's funny. I can't find it right now. I have to look for it. If I can find it, I will put it in the Discord link. But Elon's supposedly thinking about getting into transportation. He had said something about that in the past. So that's going to make things a little interesting. If you're looking at an Uber and Lyft driver and everybody just goes and starts driving these other cars, or these other cars come pick them up, right? Tesla phone. I keep hearing about the Tesla phone. I don't know if I want that dude in my... I barely want Samsung in my conversation or Google in my conversation. Now I want Space Boy to be in my conversation. I don't know. Tesla phone. I saw talk of it. Could be a game changer. Why would Tesla make a smartphone? But I mean, this is also the dude that's making a robot, right? Like, this is the same dude that's making this. So, and this is Westworld. So this is the same Westworld nigga. So I'd be careful anyway. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you know, they love to give you predictive programming. Images. Westworld robot. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Swing, 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 swing. All right. So if you watch Westworld, you can kind of see what's coming for ya. Just say it. Just say it. And then this is Sophia. Sophia has citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Sophia, Sophia, HIA, citizen of Saudi Arabia. Because she pays taxes. She pays taxes. She pays taxes. Right. So since 2017, she's been paying taxes. Right. And iRobot, she is now Grace. Sophia. See, you got robot. Damn it. There we go. Grace. So now you got this Grace robot that's supposed to be going in all of these places for the elderly. Grace, sister of the humanoid, blah, 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 blah. Remember, iRobot for elderly. Movie. Right? they made all these robots for the elderly, and then they all went mutzo. You know, they love their predictive programming. So, you know, just so that you know. Oh, by the way, Sophia not only has citizenship in Saudi Arabia, Sophia is also on the Cardano blockchain. This is why I even looked at Cardano, because like, oh shoot, they're putting this thing live, and they're putting Sophia blockchain. Oh, and look at that right there. The company is called Singularity.net, because you know what the singularity is. It's when everything merges into this digital universe where AI and all things merge into this singularity, and you have this one single being thought. So, and I always told y'all, you always look for the weirdos who might be serial killers, and they will be business people that are they'll be business people that you'll have to keep an eye on, because I'm telling you, these people are aliens. No, it's not him. Sophia Singularity Net. Oops. Ah, here it is. Ben Gotzo, whatever his name is, right? Tell me you don't want to see this dude telling you to go downstairs into a daggone basement. Tell me you ain't going down the basement with this dude. Tell me you're not going into the basement with that dude. Again. Creepers. Ethereum. Ethereum dude. Like I said, I keep an eye on the aliens because they seem to be making money. You just got to know what they look like and how they make you feel if you were in a dark area with them. So again, this dude made Sophia. Sophia's paying taxes. She's on the Cardano network. Cardano network just went proof of stake. So now she's getting validation. Her network is on this back end. So when people say, oh, what's going on with Cardano? This ain't doing nothing, ain't got nothing. Y'all keep thinking that. I mean, I'm watching. It already has something major on its network. Y'all just ain't paying attention. Just be careful what you ask for, because you just may get it. Moving on to other news. Because that sucks out loud. We've got a dip heading next week, y'all. Transformer crash, Optimus Cron decided to kill the market, kill the rabbit. Right? We got our December dip, like we called, and now we've got our January dip on the way. So what we have to look at is it's not just this market that's going to potentially be hitting some serious inflection points. We've got this market, the S&P 500, on the 4-hour. Yes, we're above the line, but we are starting to get some weakness. Russell on the 4-hour is fighting to get back above this line. This is a major resistance now. This is a purple monthly line, major resistance, and we're beginning to converge on that 200-day moving average. Right? So as we go down further, let's go to 2 hours. We can see we're just bouncing above that 25, still above the 200. We go to 15 minutes. We're still above everything, right? But again, if you look on the day, we can see that we're in positive. We've been in positive territory. We've been climbing on positive territory. We're in positive, in positive, in positive. So that could be positive. We're still above this line, but I believe that this has just been fighting not to go any further down. It's been fighting this dip that just happened down here. That's all this is. It's fighting to get above this. It got up here, but it's fighting to stay. And that's what you see with these spinners. These spinning tops are they're people. It's fight. It's a fight to the upside and the downside. It fought up and it's fought down. It fought up and it fought down. It's winning the upside for now. But again, I believe that what is happening on this side of the fence can and will have some effect on the other. And what is that? Bitcoin just hits different, hits different, hits different. Bitcoin has a dip. And for those of y'all that don't know, well, now you know. We go back in time. If I go back in time. See that dip right here? You see this red arrow? That's January. See that red arrow? That's January. This red arrow, December, January, but we had a halvening cycle. So we really don't count that because we had a halvening cycle. If we go further and find another January past that halvening cycle, back in time, dip. After the halvening cycle, which we just had it. The halvening cycle started in the halvening cycle started in 2020, ended just in December. It just ended, and it's over. So what happened was happening now, and you see it here. This dip is significant, bounces all the way down to February. First week of February is when I'll potentially get back in. We go back even further. We're back in 2017. There's a dip in January. We go back to 2016. There's a dip in January. January 11th. January 9th, which might be that close to the second week. January 8th/15th, so 10th, 11th. January 11th. This is January 10th. We haven't got there yet. This is the week of the 10th. That's next week. So as you've just shown you, Bitcoin hits different. Now, if I know this dip is potentially coming because of the trend, which is your friend to the end until it's not, then what do I see here when I zoom back into my days? Is this. Oh, actually, let's go to 4. No, we'll stay here. All right, let's go out here. Let's go to January 10th. Right? This is the week of the 10th. Let's go to the weekly. Bow. That's even better. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. There we go. Week of the 10th, right? Week of the 10th. So right here. notice something? What do you see there? Does that look like it's accelerating? Does it look like it's going down in the red? It's not going up in the green. No, it's going down in the red. Now, if you see that, that is not a good sign, right? Because you don't want it going down. You want it going up. If we were in a bull, right? If this was supposed to be a bull zone, why are we going down? We crossed back here. What date was that? That date was the week of the 22nd of November to the 29th of November. The 15th was actually your last day, which was the highest of the high. And look what happened right down here. Didn't we cross to the red right on the 15th? Yes. And that's when we had the significant crash. See? The Willie, pause, lets you know something bad is happening. These two verify your positions. So we're in the weekly. We've been in a negative zone on the weekly. Been in a negative zone on here. Been in a negative zone here. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly's not there yet, but the Willie's in early. Hold on. Let me get the spammer out of here. Hit bricks, man. So, right? So now let's go to the 12-hour. So now we see this 12-hour. Look what we got. Boom. Boom. We're in negative sentiment on the 12-hour. 6-hour. We're positive for now, but closing in. So again, and then you see the Willie's early to the party before we converge. And you can see sentiment is up and sentiment's coming down. And where is it seemingly going to converge to? Oh shoot, it can converge a little early on the 6-hour. But let's go to the day. Actually, let's go to the 12-hour. And we're negative. Kiss down. Oh, so that's even further. So look, we're on the 12-hour. On the 12-hour, we've kissed down. So positive sentiment's down. We're still in negative sentiment here. We're deep in sentiment here. Heading up, heading down. This getting darker, not getting lighter. So it looks like we're, again, going down to sentiment's going down. And look at the 10th is right here. And we've got from here to here before it begins. If it doesn't close in earlier than that. But look where we are. Like I said, we breach this right here. The next purple is down the hill. You go from purple to purple. Not fast. You see, it can take some time. You just can bounce in there and float. Or purple to blue on a weekly. It didn't get to this purple. I don't have a blue in here yet, so I don't know where it would bounce. But if it doesn't bounce anywhere in here, then it will float down here. And that's a big jump in total market cap for cryptocurrencies as a whole. So this goes down. I think, and I feel in my bones that it's going to have an effect on the S&P, if not right here with the Russell. And as you can see, we're already fighting on the Russell to get past this little zone right here. We don't have weakness. We still have some strength. We have better strength than we had over the last few days. So we'll have to see what the next ticker does to see where we might be, if we're going higher or if we're beginning to see more weakness. Let's go ahead and just look at the 4-hour just to kind of take a census again just before we show down. We're peaking. We're above in the green. We're green here. We're floating green there. Down to the 2 hours. Green, green, green. So we will see how the market plays tomorrow because the market's about to shut down, right? Or is it still open? Market's open still, yeah. So so seemingly for today's market, we're looking like the Russell's going to be up by 1. SPX going to be up by 0.64. NASDAQ is down, so our tech stocks are down. This is the Russell end of day. Apple's up. Tesla getting 13%. That's scary because, again, Tesla makes up a huge part of the index now. So with Apple and Tesla up, I have to. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me hit refresh on this. No, it's not here. They keep taking my stuff off because I had Google up here too. Hold on. Let me put Google back in because they took it out. Alphabet. Wow. There we go. And let me just sort this real fast. Oh, wait. Drag you up here. Google. All right. So Google's up, Apple's up, Tesla's up. These are major portions of the stock market indexes. So since these indexes are up, that means people, and Rivian's down, Affirm's down. Some people left a few of the other stocks and came. So again, NASDAQ is down. So people left some tech stocks, moved them over to where they feel comfortable at. That's an interesting play. And it looks like we're going to be positive for a while. It looks like we're going in positive territory. So we shall see, y'all. The day's going to close up. But again, remember, Bitcoin's got some things brewing on the back end. And if people get liquidated on certain sides of the trade on the crypto side in the next couple coming weeks, we could see that have an effect on the indexes. So we'll keep abreast of this in the next couple of the next coming weeks. I'm going to be getting some more data launched and also come up with a way to kind of speed up how I can disseminate alerts and content to y'all. So what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to shut this down. I've got some stuff to do. But as always, I want to thank y'all. Please be sure to smash the like button. Please subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. All of these things help the algorithm. They help get this information out as we grow as a channel. Again, my goal is to offer as much quality information as possible that helps you navigate this landscape, especially as this market is mad shaky. And like I told y'all, we liquidated our stocks at the high. We've been liquidating since back in November. We've been liquidating stocks. We've been moving that to cash. We're now moving that cash into interest earnings. And then we'll be looking at the market once interest rates start going up and seeing if do we stay in interest rate based businesses, or are we waiting to see if there's going to be some capitulation on the price that leads us to having some deals to buy some stocks at discounts. So we'll keep abreast. We'll let y'all know. But as always, y'all, I want to thank y'all. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Again, I hope it's helpful. Be sure to go to the Musical Genius Discord. We have the Cash Lane room. That's where I do a lot of my posts. And did I get all of that too? Hold on. Did I do that? I'm closing everything out. Oh, shoot. I didn't even finish this. I'm going to finish this out. So check this out. I'm going to go through this real fast for Cash Lane. Inside here, Warren Buffett, how to achieve a 20% return. It's how his temperament about trades, not getting overly emotional about them, being in and out, as you saw me talk about it today. Asking about streaming. I put the Square NX. I got to look at Near, but Near has a CEO, Cirrus. And if Near has a CEO, that's somebody that can be attacked by the SEC. So as far as a company, so I'll have to see how this protocol will hold up against scrutiny from the SEC, if it can pass the litmus test. When I say the American economy is a Ponzi scheme, this is what I'm talking about. how this economy is running, I would take a look at that so you can understand how they've been stacking debt against everyone. Also, how to appraise businesses. I'm beginning to understand part of their evaluation, but that evaluation doesn't matter when we have the economy the way that we have it and the financial policies that are happening right now. As they start to trim and raise interest rates, we'll see those interest rates affect loans. That'll include margin rates. So when margin rates go up, the interest goes up on that. People will liquidate out their margins. That should begin to liquidate a lot of stock positions, which could cause a crash as well. I posted some stuff today. Cirrus posted this, and this is some true ish right here. Chain link to ETH was like, it's like you're my son, but now link is like you're kind of feeble, right? That's what ETH is right now. Unfortunately, it's painful to watch because you want more for Ethereum, but right now those gas fees, those prices way too high. They need to cut it, and we don't even know when they're gonna get version 2.0 out here on these streets. So again, that's why we looked at Matic. I told y'all quick, if I see a problem with certain things, I'm gonna look at other things just to hedge my problem, which is I want to have data for cheap. So which coin is going to allow me to store data on chain for cheap for my corporate clients, period. So Matic can do that. Solana can do that. Those are the two chains that I'm looking at that I'm putting most of my interest on as far as just watching, just because those two things can do that for my clients. Them talking about the halving cycle happening in 2024 lets you know that this one is over. I noticed the news last time when I was in crypto in 2017, I noticed when the news started shifting to next halving cycle, I was like, what are they talking about this for? We still got time. Bitcoin's not even over yet. They're acting like this is over. They don't know. Well, I didn't know. By February, I had my ass handed to me. So when they start talking about this, just keep abreast of it. There's no shame in buying low and or getting out if you bought too high, locking in what little profit you got, or if you didn't get much, you don't wait for it to come back, because you could be waiting like I did. My girl had bought Bitcoin at 11,000, at the price 11,000, and then it fell to 3. Right? She had to wait for it to come all the way back. So that's why I say you can come out of that, lock in your profits if you got in early, and when it falls back down, come back in. I'm out. You've seen my inventory. So with China buying up resources, this isn't that surprising. Also, let's not forget that Bill Gates bought a bunch of farmland. Now, what this is the White House is about to invest $1 billion to boost competition in meat processing so that we can be a meat outfit. So evidently they're thinking they're going to be having a hell of a lot more meat coming out of here than what we've had since we've been, throwing out these steers from Texas and the Midwest and the South. So, and California and all that. So it's not like we didn't have cows. Evidently we must have been getting it for somebody else, like Brazil and China. When you outsource everything, the chickens come home to roost, so to speak. So right now they're with China locking up their food scarcity issues by buying up 50% of all the grain out on these streets. Well, America's finally beginning to figure out we may have our own food scarcity issues to deal with at home. How about that? Let's go, Brandon. We'll begin to look at graphene's health issues as well as investment opportunities and manufacturing plays in the stock market. Yes, this right here, this nanotech is being used for a battery so that they don't blow up and burn. So that's interesting. So graphene, I told y'all, was going to be storage plays, so hard drives that had graphene. I told you about graphene being used for CPUs. So that's graphenes in the electronics department, right? Your technology. And then I told you about, now we're telling you about graphene in the power, as far as your batteries. So who's manufacturing? As I told you, my friend warned me, well, if I wanted to buy stocks, don't just buy the stock, look underlying at the asset or commodities being used in the manufacture of said product. I can tell you right now, graphene, I definitely want to check on the health situations with this, but this is the amount of play. These are just some plays that I've seen over the last few years, and I'm just shooting off the top of my head. Roads. So we're talking about graphene being used on the road, in road work, for laying down asphalt. But because it's conductive to electricity, you can actually charge vehicles while they're on the road. You know, Minority Report type beats. It's going to be used in construction for cement. It can be used in metal projects, metallurgy. It can be used in electronics. It can be used in synthetics. It's going to be used in so many things. And let's not even do micro robotics. So this technology, quote unquote, nanotech, graphene, could potentially be used on hard drives for storage and all that good stuff. So we're looking at multiple uses that it could potentially have, and who's manufacturing it. How long does it take? How long does it cost? Who's scaling out the most amount of it? Who's actually going to be the distributor or supplier of it, right? That's what we're looking at. So, like I said, Cash Lane is where we put some of our ideas out early, so that you can see it. Building an economy. Is there anyone who knows how to build apps? And I'll actually show him that. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get out of here. Y'all be safe out on these streets, and I might hit you up later. Peace out.